fans, and welcome. It's Major League Baseball on a Friday night. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Chompy. Thanks for joining us here. The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
All right, we'll be this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, the lefty, Andrew Abbott. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
And now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The kick, the 3-2. On the ground to third, and it's through for a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed.
Fires over to first. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. Stone Garrett digging in for the Nationals. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely. Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1 left for Washington. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. You're dialed in. Back here at Great American Ballpark, today's starting pitcher, Mackenzie Gore. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
TJ Friedel, the next to hit for the Reds. That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Gore certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game. And there's a ball.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
And that's ball 4.
Now, this is a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. In there. And so now 1-2.
So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing guys from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
Next pitch is downstairs.
2 strikes.
goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there. You know, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching, but you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Stepping in, Spencer Steer. Friedel on second. Fraley on at first with 2 down. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 3rd out. Back here in Cincinnati. And here's the first baseman, Dominic Smith. Next offering is in for a strike. And another ball. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with guys going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Riley Adams. Back up the middle and a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits.
That one out to right. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. 1 run's in. The second run scores, and they lead by 2.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Popped up, De La Cruz on his way over. Nice grab on the run. And there's 1 away.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And it's Michael Chavis at the plate. 3-2 now. Chavis drafted as a shortstop. And down on strikes he goes. And there's 2 down.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it and they bail you out.
And that'll do it. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. We head to the bottom of the second, and the batter now is Joey Votto. And he deals. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Got him. And there's 1 down.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And now number 33. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bounce to the left side. Over to Smith. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Will Benson. Way out front for strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And a pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So 1 left for Cincinnati. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Lane Thomas.
Well, these Nats showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And a 1-2. Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Stone Garrett. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Hit hard, base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Now it's Dominic Smith. Line drive, and it stays fair. Garrett rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they're up by 3. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Riley. Got it by him for the K. 1 for the Nationals on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. The wind of the pitch. That misses. And that's ball 2.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, TJ Friedl. He reached on a walk his first time. Here comes a pitch. Pitch out, but no action.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Out there to center. Call. Makes the play. 1 away.
Up
Next for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Here's a 1-1. On the ground to first. They get 1. Throw to first. Safe.
Good late life on that inside fastball. Ran in on the hands and got that weak contact. Little slow grounder to get the out.
And at first, Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. The pitch. Got him. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at the ballpark. Now at the plate, Alex Call. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Andrew Abbott won't go any further, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Alex Young.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
And the batter now, Jake Alou. And in one hops the wall. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 4. Wide throw, and it gets away. Now around third, waving him home. He scores as well, and the lead is up to 5.
Well, go ahead and cue up the circus music, Boo. That's about as rough as it gets. I mean, errors are never fun, but when it basically turns into an inside the park home run, that's pretty embarrassing.
Here's a 2-2.
Okay.
There's a high chopper. Uh-oh, wrong base as it goes to third. And he gets to first safely as a result. So I think I'll just sit here quietly in disbelief. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. On the ground to second, might be 2. Tags the runner for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Man at first, and here's the DH for Washington, Lane Thomas. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Slings to second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and no one left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Nationals 5 and the Reds nothing. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now the third baseman, Spencer Steer. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
A lot of pop in that bat. Had the distance for the Oppo home run, but many times you have that slice going to the opposite field, and he just couldn't keep that one fair.
And now the lefty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Joey Votto, the next to hit for the Reds. One down, base is empty. Now one missed. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. Number 33, the next to hit for the Reds. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Next pitch misses way outside. And that one a little bit high.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
The 1-1. Base hit center field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Throw is high and over his head. He scores all the way from first. A terrible job getting it back to the infield, and it cost them a run.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Here's the catcher, Luke Maley. It's in and out of his glove. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. On a hit and a man left. And welcome back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Joey Meneses. Takes it himself. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Here's a speed threat, Stone Garrett. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th. Dom Smith stands in. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Next pitch is popped up. And that is that. And the Nationals gone in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Welcome back. Now here is Elly De La Cruz. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And that's too high.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
You know, Boog, you always say how important it is to have a good feel for the game. I say after the game, you step into the box, I'll throw some fastballs at you.
No, actually, I think we're good, Chris. Move to first. Back in there standing. Nobody out. Runner at first. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, these Reds, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for him to make.
Throw, and it gets away. De La Cruz round second on his way to third. And he's going to make it up to second base, as that's a 2-base error.
Errors that allow a run to score are always tough to stomach, but man, it's extra frustrating when that runner comes all the way around for first base. Wasn't even in scoring position to start the play.
McClain will hit next. And a 1-1. Line drive, base hit. Friedel headed for the plate. Throws to second. And he's out, trying for 2. But they do get a run. It appears Dave Martinez is ready. A new pitcher in the game, Robert Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. To the right side, and he grabs it in foul ground. Left-hand hitter waits. The punch out there, 2 down. Spencer Steer digs in now. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
In the dirt. The throw to first. That's out number 3. All set for the top of the 6th. And here's the catcher, Riley Adams. Next offering is fouled back. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here comes a 3-2. Up the middle, De La Cruz. Oops, throw goes to third. And he gets to first safely as a result. So I think I'll just sit here quietly in disbelief. And now here is Alex Call.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Buck Farmer.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game.
Quick feed to second for 1. Now he launches a throw over his head. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there. And now it's Michael Chavis. And a 2-1 on the way. And that's in for a strike. In the air, right field. Fraley should have it. And there's 2 away.
The batter, number 5.
So the lineup flips over. C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. Out number 3. So they get back here at Great American Ballpark, bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the Reds DH, Joey Votto.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Slow roller to first, and he picks it up in foul territory. Here's the 2-2. In the air, left field, Garrett in position. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. So up next, number 33.
The first baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand.
Pitch misses there, and a count 2-1. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Corey Abbott looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field, and that's a base hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's a 2-1. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in Cincinnati, top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, Lane Thomas. And it is 2-1. That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Up next for the Nationals,
Joey Meneses, the next to hit.
Joey Meneses.
Up the middle, De La Cruz. Sends it to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Well, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
The next offering misses, and the count's even at 2.
2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive. Runner at first with 2 away. Dominic Smith getting ready to hit.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset.
This one is smashed down the right field line. Way back there. Fair and gone.
Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line, but good thing that big pole was there to let us know. Could have very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
Now all even up. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2-2 down. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first, and that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won a round. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. It's now 8-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at the ballpark, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Luke Maile. Next pitch is popped up. And it's caught for the out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. The MO for him is contact, a guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
In the dirt. Over to Smith. Play made. That ends the inning. And welcome back. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the center fielder, Alex Call. Next offering is in for a strike. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw gets by him at second.
Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Friedl hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now back.
Man at first, Michael Chavis will hit next. Going to count 1 and 2. Call leads off first with 1 away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the...
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Nationals Corey Abbott will take over here. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McClain. Out to short. Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Jake Fraley. Next pitch is popped up. hauls it in for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Spencer Steer. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Joey Votto now at the plate. The 3-1. And he walked him.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So digging in, number 33.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Next offering is downstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that one is lifted in the air. Call. Grabs it on the run. Reds strand a couple. Can't chip away at an 8-3 deficit. New inning getting started. Down the number 2 hitter, Lane Thomas.
Lane Thomas.
2-2 now. Out to short, boots it. So man aboard, Joey Meneses, the next to hit. And misses inside. Thomas gets his lead at first with nobody out. Roll to short, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Relay to first, double play. So here's the cleanup hitter, Stone Garrett. And the pitch. And a strike.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope. Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Next one just misses. And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 1 hit in the inning. Bottom of the 9th, and now Will Benson. And now 2 balls and a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Andres Machado is loosening up. This would be his first appearance for the club. Number 54 getting cranked up as well. Righty to the plate. They say it went.
2-2.
Two down. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Back to work. 3-2 now. And he grounds one to the right side. Smith steps on the bag, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Here's Luke Bailey. Cincinnati making a move for a pinch hitter. Tyler Stevenson looking to start something with one gone. Ripped to third and caught.
That's what you got to have at the hot corner. Cat-like reflexes. Line drive caught by the third baseman as he dives. Terrific play.
So the batting order turns over. Now here's the Reds' leadoff man, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Guys can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.
The final line score for the ball game.